Hello there, and welcome to Health and Science. Today's topic will be puberty from the girl's perspective. So as we mentioned last time, the puberty begins when hormonal changes occur in your brains. And this causes your ovaries to start the hormone production. And the hormones that get secreted cause the physiological body changes. The changes involve many stages and they last almost the whole youth until you're something about 20 years old. When the body of a girl changes into the body of a woman, it doesn't mean that the behavior has to also change into adult behavior right away. And everybody has the right to get to know the changing body at their own pace. So the main thing is to learn to appreciate your changing body and take good care of it. And remember to have a constant and good hygiene. So here I have listed some physiological changes that happen. The most visible is the breasts that start forming when the puberty hits. And then also hair starts to grow around genitalia and around your armpits and in other parts of the body. Also, during puberty you start growing in length, and the body shape overall changes as the fat tissue increases in hips and buttocks and thighs and upper arms and pubis. And this causes the body shape to change in the puberty. And then lastly, the lower half of the pelvis and also the hips widen, and this makes more room for the pregnancy and also the childbirth. So here is a cross section of genitalia, and here in the up you can see there the ovary, and this ovary products the ovum. And then there is the fallopian tube, which leads from ovary to uterus. And under uterus there is a bladder, and bladder per se is not an genitalia, part of the genitalia, but it's part of the physiology, so it's mentioned here. And from uterus there is the vagina, which leads to the vulva. And these two get usually mixed up together. So always remember that the vagina is up the upper part, the muscular tube that leads from uterus, out of the uterus. So here I have the ovarian and uterine cycle. The ovarian cycle starts from the ovaries, where the ovum starts to get ripe. And when the cycle goes on, the ovum finally gets secreted from the ovary, and then the fallopian tube takes it to the uterus. And then the ovum usually is discharged with the menstruation out of the uterus. And the discharge is usually consists of blood and mucous tissue, and this is the red discharge that once in a month comes out. And when the uterus is empty, then it starts to slowly secrete the mucous tissue again until it's ready to menstruate again. And this usually takes something around 28 days, but it can be longer or shorter. It's always individual how long the menstruation cycle is. So now, as your homework, think about this: what kind of different menstrual management products are there? And write down 3 different products, and then we can continue from this in the class.